So I will record this session. Okay. Today what we will hello everyone. Today we will introduce SRV port support in OpenStack. Yeah, I'm Shao Hefeng from Intel Cloud team. So let's see the background. So as we all know, Nova cyborg patch has been merged. That means we can pass through general PCI devices to a VM. But the physical NIC devices are becoming more and more complex. They will with more features, and they need QoS, SLA requirements. And cyborg can manage them. But at present, Nova computer still cannot consume these accelerator NICs. So we need to improve it. Now here we only consider SRV PCI NICs. So this is a workflow for SRV NIC support in OpenStack. So I just draw the main flow, maybe missing some details. So firstly, we can see.
So, Shao?
Yeah. Hello, Sanda. Yeah.
This idea of binding profile, device profile has already been considered and rejected in the past. I'll tell you why. In Neutron, the binding profile is an object which is sent from Nova to Neutron for binding. It tells Neutron how to bind a port to a given host. Whereas we are using in the opposite direction. Now, where we put it, has to come from Neutron to Nova, not for binding, but for scheduling. So it's a different direction for a different purpose. And that's why they didn't want it this way. This was what discussed in Shanghai meeting. We discussed this before.
So, so do you mean that the bonding profile is okay or not for the community?
They are not okay with it. They want to have a different way of setting a device profile directly in the port object. So Neutron already has a port object. If we introduce a new Neutron API for setting a device profile in the port object, that could be okay. I mean, they have not said totally yes to it, but it will be more acceptable than doing it in the binding profile.
So it will be okay, right? Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, just curious, have you spoken to Ruijing, anybody else about this?
Yeah, I will discuss with the region about this about it. Yeah, and other developers. Some other community developers is correct. Talk about it.
Oh.
So, but we need to get agreement on the whole community. Mainly on the most developers from Neutron, Nova, and cyborg. Yeah.
Right. The reason I asked was we already discussed the Ruijing. I told him about this aspect. They were actually looking at a new Neutron API before things changed. So I brought it up. Anyway, that's fine. So instead of binding profile, think in terms of putting in some port object somehow. Let's say go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah. So we can see there are 8 steps in this follow. The first one, the admin maybe need to create a device profile. It named SRV DP1. So it includes the resource numbers and some trees. Then the step 2, the tenant can create a port with this device profile. We can see here, step 2, and then he can create a VM with the port created in step 2. Then after Nova API received this request, it will start create an instance. Yeah.
Hello, Shaffer, can I hear you?
Yeah. Okay. You count them in. Hello. Yeah. You didn't. Can
Hello,
you see?
Shahhe.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Now I can hear you. Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
The voice now not unstable.
Sorry, I cannot hear you clearly. If you can hear me clearly, can we go ahead?
Yes. Just now stable. We can hear you again. Okay. 3. Step 3 or step 4?
Okay. Let's go ahead. So in step 5,
Present.
Nova will create a resource request. Nova request create a resource request will create a salary resource request from the above port information. Yeah. This port. Yeah. It firstly get the port information from neutron and get the bounding profile. Then it send this profile to cyborg and get the detailed information. And then it will create a salary request group and post a accelerator request. We call it ARQ to cyborg. At the last, in this step, it will assign the ARQ UID from cyborg to network request .arq UID. Yeah. Then in step 6, scheduler can select and qualify candidate to satisfy the above accelerator resource request. Yeah, and in step 7, the conductor can request other ARQs from flavor across spec and bounding all these ARQs. Okay. So what's wrong? Yeah.
So in today's
sorry, I cannot.
Once you get the device profiles, you would. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but not
Numbers
clearly.
hear
Not clearly.
But not clearly. Okay. Okay. How about now? Not clear.
It's okay. So maybe maybe let me introduce the follow, and we can discuss it later. For this is just
Okay.
POC. Yeah. We still need to discuss it to get agreement. Okay.
Okay.
So in step 7, it will all bound conductor will bound all ARQs, not only the across from across spec, also include some from port bounding profile. Yeah, then it then in step 8, computer will wait the ARQ bounding event finish and build a network for instance and spawn VM. Yeah, here so we can see the some details. So we can see in step 5. Yeah, I can see. Oh, sorry. We add an ARQ UUID field for network request. It is similar to PCI request ID. And we also in step 5 we also create a device profile request groups here. You can see the code here. Yeah, cyborg get device profile request groups. So these groups will be used for placement schedule. So in step 5, we also create a cyborg accelerator request. We call it ARQ. Yeah, you can see here. We create ARQ. The ARQ, the profile, device profile come from port. Yeah, here. This request this ARQ will be requested a really accelerator from cyborg. Also, we remember the instance PCI request. Yeah, we compatible with the legacy code. So in step 7, then the conductor will create ARQ from the flavor extra spec. It is yeah, it's yeah, but it will merge the ARQ from requested networks, which we added in step 5 here. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah. So this will need to so we can see this here. We get all ARQs from requested networks, and we will do ARQ bound. We can see here. We will do ARQ bound. Yeah, here. So in step 8, we need to advance the partition of get bound ARQ resources. We move the write code to this green code. It will ARQ bound finish event. The below build network for instance depends on it. here, yeah, build a network, for instance, will depend on the above ARQs. So then it will get ARQ inferred to be used to create a VIF. But in this step, in this step, there's still some gaps. So you can see in the code here, when we get the D2 ARQ request, we need to use this the information to update the port to neutron.
So Shah,
Yeah.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
So I think I kind of see where you are going, but there is a flow which I already proposed, which takes kind of more of the details. For example, do a regular cyborg binding, okay? And the return from this binding would give you an ARQ object. The bound ARQ should contain the PCID. Use that PCID as the input for neutron binding. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't look like you're doing that, right? How do you get the PCID of the accelerator object in this flow?
Here we can get the attach handler info to get the PCI slot, but we cannot get the physical network and the PCI vendor info. So this is the gap for cyborg. I think cyborg should support attributions for accelerators. So then we can add physical network in attributors. We can set more in attributions. Also cyborg should
cyborg, that's I think if you try to put network information in cyborg, neutron as well as nova, people may object to that. You may want to instead leave it as a trait on the resource provider which cyborg creates. So if it's a trait in the resource provider,
I mean
then when you ask for a NIC, you could say I want. Yep.
Yeah. I mean
want to say something?
Okay. I mean the physical network maybe maybe it can be a extra attribute, not in placement trace, just the attribution in ARQ or for ARQ object or deployable object. Anyway, we should there should be a way let us to get this info. Okay, so let's go ahead. ARQ should also return device vendor info. We can see here PCI vendor information. Yeah, for this information will be used to create a labeled XML, XML. Yeah. Here we didn't consider NUMA. I believe cyborg will support NUMA in future, right? So this proposal is minor changed based on the current NOVA cyborg-neutron implementation. It is compatible with the current PCI management. Yeah, this is a POC. So for main follow to show how it works, we still need to consider more corner case. Yeah, if you have any more suggestions, such as a better proposal, please come forward. Yes, we can discuss it and prepare it for the PCG discussion. So such as this one, this is the other developer give a suggestion. She want to use one command to create a VM with SRV port. So here we didn't consider volatile accelerated NIC card here, such as SmartNIC, also maybe other devices such as Intel XL 700 series. So we didn't discuss program and implement improvement here. So for the CS port, we consider to test the SRV port in VM to avoid the third part CI. Doesn't need to connect with infrastructure team to do some improvement on the test env. On such this is a blog. I summarized the related technologies, but it is in Chinese. It introduces how to it also includes how to improve the CI. Firstly, if we want to improve the the CI, we need to assign a new the machine type as Q35 to support the IOMMU. Then we can create a PCI root port. We also need to enable IOMU and ATS on this PCI port, PCI root. Yeah. At last, we can add a water IONet device to this PCI root port. These devices can be vHost user backend or other. Anyway, it can work. For more about the PCI address in domain XML, we can see the libvirt official link. So this is all the reference links for this proposal. Yeah, I wish you need to go through Neutron API, cyborg API, Nova API, and the libvirt XML. Okay, that's all. Thanks. If you have any question or any suggestion, we can discuss here.
Okay. This seems to mostly follow the flow which we already discussed in the Shanghai PTG. It's what I posted as the Etherpad. I just updated the Etherpad now to remove the reference to the binding profile and use a port object instead. So the main thing I would say is that if you try to put any network attributes, like the physical network in cyborg, people may object to that. You can try it, but Neutron guys may not want to put network information in cyborg. But you guys are welcome to try and discuss that out. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. That's one thing. Secondly, I had to consider the possibility of multiple external networks for a single NIC. One NIC, multiple ports, multiple PFs. So what is your model for how you're connecting the PFs to the external networks? So cyborg is PFs, Neutron is the external networks. So I had to do the mapping between the two.
Okay. So you do you think that this proposal is reasonable, or
it is close, but it's got some elements which are not, which may cause a lot of discussion or objections. So if you look at the original proposal I had, it's based on these considerations already, right? So basically the idea is that you put the device profile in the port object, not in the binding profile. There are a lot of other flows similar, but one thing which is not quite correct in your diagram is that once you get the device profiles, you form the request groups from that, then you immediately call placement. That happens before the cyborg binding. Not if you go to the previous diagram, the earlier slide.
Sander, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm not quite familiar with neutron, but how the user sets the device profile name in the neutron pod object? Is it by a client command or something like that?
We need to introduce a neutron API for that. It's not there today. Yeah. And the API is being invoked by a neutron client.
Okay.
So in the flow diagram, which we had before, can you go back to the previous slide? Shahar?
yeah, I'm here. So pardon, yeah.
The picture where you had the flow.
The flow,
Can
okay.
you go to that? Yeah.
This flow, yeah, okay.
Yes, yes. So here, in step 5, you're getting the port, querying cyborg, etc. But the step after that is not to create the accelerator requests. The step after that is step 6, which is get accelerator allocation candidates. Or to pick a node. Only after picking a host for scheduling, we actually call into cyborg for creating ARQs and binding them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you mean the binding in step 6?
The before step 6, you have post accelerator requests, right? That should be after step 6. Only after step 6, you actually call cyborg the device profile name to create ARQs. Then immediately call patch to bind those ARQs to a host of accelerator. All that happens after you choose allocation candidate.
Oh, okay. Do you mean that we need to merge the device profile from network and address spec together, and send one ARQ request?
No. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take it one step. In step 5, Nova is calling into neutron to the port object and getting back the device profile names.
Yeah.
It already has device profile names in the extra specs, right?
Yeah.
It's going to call cyborg for all of those device profiles. That's the next arrow. So you're getting device profiles for both the neutron ports and extra specs in one shot. The step after that is to merge them into request groups, which is shown here, right?
Yeah.
After the request group, you call allocation candidates, step 6. There is no post accelerator request in between. So after request group, it should be get allocation candidates. Okay. After allocation candidates, you choose a host. Basically, schedule Nova scheduler picks a host. Then you post accelerator requests. And then you call patch accelerator requests to do the binding. Okay. Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Then when the request comes back and you get the binding, then you should call neutron. Nova should call neutron after that for doing the neutron port binding. Cyborg binding needs to happen before neutron port binding.
You mean the neutron do the bonding instead of Nova?
No. Neutron does the binding even today, right? Today, Nova calls into neutron and says, here's the host I picked. Go and bind your port to this host. Right? Nova calls into neutron, so neutron can do the binding. That step has to happen after the cyborg binding is completed. Because the cyborg binding completes, the bound ARQ will give you the PCI attach handles. That needs to be passed to neutron. So neutron will know which PCI ID to use for SRIOV.
Yeah. Yeah, we will here we in yeah this port information will include PCI slot will be ported to neutron.
Even today, Nova passes a PCI ID to neutron. So you don't need to pass ARQs and all that stuff. It's not necessary. Nova today picks a PCI ID from the PCI whitelist and gives that to neutron. With this flow, Nova should call cyborg, get the PCI ID in the bound ARQ, and pass that to neutron.
Yeah.
So instead of using PCI whitelist, go to call cyborg instead. So that's not the flow you're showing here, right?
Yeah, but
the order is different.
Yeah. But cyborg eliminate the I mean cyborg has removed the whitelist. It didn't need a whitelist for PCI devices. The driver in cyborg can filter the correct devices.
Correct. So today cyborg is being used for accelerators with PCI, right? For NICs, today Nova is still using the no PCI whitelist today. But instead we want Nova to call into cyborg and get the NIC's PCI ID and pass that to neutron. So it needs to call into cyborg for binding first. Cyborg binding needs to complete. Nova should get back the bound ARQs and then call it the neutron with that.
Hi, Sana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you mean the step just after the eighth step, the allocate, for instance, which will update port binding. I think neutron will guide the PDF info and do the port binding in this step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one needs to call it a neutron with that thing. Correct. And it has to. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. We in step. Yeah. We need to do update the port. Yeah. Here. This is the code here. It got the ARQ information from cyborg and then.
But my question is, why even passing ARQ, right? You don't need to pass ARQ to neutron at all. It just needs to get the PCI ID just like today.
Yeah.
Neutron in there.
We got the what we need from ARQ. Yeah, and post it to neutron port.
Okay. I see. This is Nova code, right?
Yeah.
This Nova. Okay. So you're completing the cyborg binding first before calling into neutron, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that.
Okay. From the picture, it was not totally clear, but it's okay.
Maybe I can show you. Look. Let me show. So you can see. Yeah. This is the clear media.
It's difficult for me to say anything from this piece of code. But if you're following the flow I said, then it should work. The only other point is you think about multiple physical networks per NIC, and whether you really want to store network information in physical networks in cyborg. Will people agree to it? I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys can discuss with Neutron folks and see what comes out of that.
Okay. So I think if you have if you think there's a bigger issue or have good suggestions, you can send a document, file a document. Then we can get it more. I think.
The Etherpad is my document. That's what I wrote before, right? The only
Well,
change in Etherpad is
I think
that
maybe document. The document maybe Etherpad is okay. Yeah. You can list the details for your idea.
so that's the Etherpad from Shanghai PTG. I've shared that in the Zoom chat now. So
I didn't.
that was my original proposal.
I didn't attend the Shanghai PTG. I didn't attend any PTG before, so I didn't know the details of PTG discussion. Yeah. Sorry.
But the Etherpad was public, right? I shared it with everybody. Okay. It's there in the Zoom chat now.
Okay, you can post the okay, you can post the Etherpad here. Okay. Yeah. I see. I have seen. Yeah.
Okay.
As Senator, I think the whole workflow is fine. The main disagreement is on the pod object, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
It's not like others are completely agree to the rest of the workflow, but they did not object to it. But I think they need to understand it more. They need to really see how it varies from today's flow. I briefly mentioned this to some Nova developers. Again, they did not object. That doesn't mean they immediately agree with everything. So we just need to talk to them. So Shauka, are you doing a POC?
Yeah.
Do you actually have working code?
Yeah.
Okay. So does it work with real NICs like Intel 412?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So today, what you're doing is binding profile, right? You're not using the port object in the POC, correct? The POC is binding profile.
Yeah, it's
right?
binding profile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And others also suggestion this solution. they think we had better not create a port in advance. Just one command. When we create a server, we assign the specified network ID. Also with the accelerator the device profile.
I am not sure that this form will actually work. I'll tell you why. When you're creating a VM, you may want to put two neutron ports in there, one for offload and let's say one for management. The management port need not do any offload. So you want to associate the device profile with the port, not with the VM as a whole.
Yeah.
Do you guys follow what I'm saying? There could be two ports, the same VM. Only one port may need offload, other port may not need any offload. So we should put the device profile in the port.
Hi, Sander.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is from one NIC request. I think Nova can send the device profile information to Neutron when create port.
Say it again, please.
I say we use OpenStack server create command with NIC and with the device profile. So when Nova create port from using Neutron, they can Nova can send the device profile, the NIC device profile information to Neutron.
But for which port? What if there are two ports for that VM?
That when you create multi-port, you should use multiple NIC the parent. For example, Gangang NIC and another Gangang NIC.
Mm-hmm.
And
slash.
So with different. Yeah, slash NIC.
Sorry, hyphen.
Yeah. Okay. I see. So you're passing one. Okay, that's true. So but you're putting more work on Nova side now, right? Essentially, you want the Nova guys to take. Okay, sure. If they agree to it, I'm fine. But generally, they'll ask for minimum change to Nova. But I'm fine. If this thing works, you can talk to them. So what does the POC actually do? Does it modify the server create command or the port?
POC is for the port. Yeah, we if you think this suggestion is okay, we can take it. The POC is just a POC, not the final decision. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I'm fine with this also. In fact, the OpenStack server create command may need to be changed in the future for hot add. If you want to add accelerator to an existing VM, you have to add the device profile to server create or one of those commands, right? Not server create, some kind of server update command. So there are different possibilities there. Okay, so overall, this looks very promising. Looks like a good start, I would say. Alex Shu was doing something. Yes, Alex Shu, like is exactly like what Alex says in the chat. If you ask Nova to proxy the request to Neutron, you may not like it. Exactly. Yep. I agree with Alex.
Okay, let's just write two options there and discussing discuss with Nova and Neutron guys and choose one, decide one.
I think the port idea thing will work. I think only thing I need to think about more is how do you represent physical networks and so on. Ideally, only the accelerator part should be under cyborg. All the networking part should be under Neutron. Because of some networking parts try to come to cyborg, there are two problems. One is developers won't agree in the community. Secondly, it's a lot more work for cyborg. Neutron already does a lot of networking stuff like ACL, security groups, IP, MAC, all kind of stuff. We don't want all of those things to come into cyborg as well, right? It'll just be a lot of extra work for us. So we want to keep all networking in Neutron and all the accelerator stuff in cyborg. Do you guys agree?
Okay.
So physical network and cyborg, I think that maybe okay. Wow, okay. Somebody's child agrees with me. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you can propose idea of physical network name as an attribute in cyborg, which we use to create a trait. Generally, attributes and deployables correspond to traits in the resource provider in placement, right? So we can create a trait. Once you create the trait, the scheduling in the flavor will basically say, give me a port in the VM with this device profile, and I also want a NIC with this trait. So the user should be able to ask for a NIC with a trait or the physical network name.
So that's all for the proposal. This proposal I see it's just the POC. Also, it is minor changed. Just based on the current OpenStack implementation. So if you have more suggestions, let's we talk discussing it offline. Is it okay?
Yes, I think we can talk later. Shortly.
Okay, yeah. If you have any suggestion, please talk with me offline, or we can talk it during the IRC meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any more? So we can.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Shaukat. Thanks for the POC. It's always good to show working code. So it's a very important start. Good start.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you all. Let's start. Let's end the meeting.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
See you. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.